What is up, y'all? It's Naomi, food and health coach. I help women of color take back control of their nutrition, lose weight without dieting, work on their mindset when it comes to their holistic wellness, and so much more. Okay, I always get super inspired after I finish a workout because like my juices get flowing and everything starts to come up for me, and it's like this feeling like I have to share with you. Anyway, while I was working out, I was thinking about how so often you guys work so hard at starting a workout routine, right? And like you're going to the gym, you're staying consistent, and maybe you're not seeing the results that you want to see or that you expect, or they're taking a really long time, or you don't see the benefits of doing it. So then you kind of get a little discouraged. I totally feel you when our expectations don't match the results and the timeline that we're expecting them in. Sound familiar? So what I wanted to add to this, number one, staying consistent is a good idea. Number two, knowing what type of workout you're doing is a good idea. But the most important part where I think you're missing the mark is not aligning what you're eating, not aligning how you're eating with how you're moving. And it's a big deal. When I first started my health and wellness journey, although I was monitoring what I was eating and I was being careful about it, I still was not lining up how I was eating to the movement I was doing because I did not know. I had no idea. I just thought that they were kind of two separate things that you did. Like you went to the gym and you worked out and then you ate well. But if you want to see kind of a different kind of result, a specific result, then it's really important to align the two so that you're getting what you want. And I'll give you some examples. For example, it's really important to bring nutrition back into your muscles. You are depleting your muscles, you're causing small little tears in your muscles where they need to repair, and they need nutrition to do so in a timely manner, specifically for women. Because our window of repair and where our muscles are nice and active and getting all this goodness from us is shorter than men. So another thing to keep in mind when you're getting tips and advice from somebody, especially if it's a trainer or whoever it is, make sure that they're aware of how female physiology works, okay? Because our hormones are a lot different. The way our body works is a lot different. So their advice might be accurate for sure. There's so much accurate information out there. The key is it going to work for you? Number one, starting off as being female. And number two, is it going to work for your specific individual situation and person? Because everybody is different. Okay, so something that might work for me as a female might not work for you as a female with 2 kids and similar age and all of that, especially if our schedules are different. Like there's so many things, our past lived experiences, like all of that counts. Okay, all of that counts as to how our body's responding. So how you eat, when you are eating, and matching that up with your movement is key. And the thing is that sometimes we're looking for these curves, right? We want to look curvy. We want like our butt to get bigger. That's one of my goals, you guys. Okay. I want to plump up the peach. And I'll tell you a funny story. The other day I got dressed and I was walking by in my house and my husband goes, "Are you sticking your butt out?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." So I took that as such a compliment because I've been working so hard at making my butt to be plump. Anyway, getting back on topic. When you want to develop these curves, when you want like your snatch waist, when you want your booty to look nice, when you want your arms to start, looking nice and defined and like the flabbiness to start going away, yes, the gym is so important. And also how you're fueling yourself to go and work out, to go and repair. It's so important, because if your muscles are not getting the nutrition that they need, your workout is kind of wasted. And that fucking sucks, doesn't it? Like, you wake up early, you're going to the gym, you kind of like feel a little bit like you're in pain, you're cursing up a storm in the gym like I was today, because that shit was hard. And then it kind of goes to waste because you're not fueling your body. That sucks, okay? And I can tell the difference personally in myself, in the way that I look now versus the way I looked when I first started my journey, because literally I was like super duper 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 skinny, and I didn't necessarily want that, but I didn't know how to help myself because I didn't know any better. And that was not really the goal for me, right? Like, if that's the goal for you, that's great, but most of the time what we're looking for is these curves, right? Like, we're wearing waist trainers to like have a smaller waist. We have padded butt panties, whatever, so that we can create those naturally through matching it up with nutrition and being patient, because it takes some time to build these things up, okay? It takes some time. I've been working on this, like, my butt or whatever, for like about a year now, of being consistent, fueling properly, doing workouts that align with the goals that I want. So number one is, like, you always need to, I don't even know what number I'm on. It is not number one. You need to help your body out for it to do what you want to do. So, like, helping it detox, helping it be nice and clean on the inside so that it functions and feels safe enough so that it can work on weight loss and it can work on repair and muscle building, instead of helping you feel safe, keep yourself safe, out of a stress response, all of that. So that's going into a second part, which is, if you are on a weight loss journey and you're going to the gym and you might be fueling properly, but you're under high stress all the time, is also gonna be super hard for you. Because if your body's in a consistent stress response, if your body has high cortisol levels going on often, then what tends to happen is, when you go do a workout, your body's going to be like, oh shit, we're running again. The tiger's coming. The bear is coming. Oh my gosh, we're in danger, instead of it being a workout for weight loss, for muscle building, for all of those things. And I always explain to my clients, this is the conversation I have over and over and over again with them. The body and the mind are like two separate entities sometimes. And this neck portion here is really hard for them to connect to each other, right? Because your mind, your brain, like, you're not in literal danger. You're just stressed out because maybe you have a lot of work emails, maybe work is stressing you out, maybe you had a fight with a friend or a partner or something like that. Maybe there's family drama going on and your brain is stressed, but you know that you're not in danger. Your body doesn't know. It's just receiving signals from your brain that something's not right. So your body, this part, starts to go into a stress response, okay? And the example I always love to give is a car, right? I'm sitting in a car right now, and the car doesn't know if I am a licensed driver that can drive safely from point A to point B. The car only knows that you press the gas, and what it needs to do is getting a command, right? Is getting a command from somewhere. You press the gas, the car goes. If a kid comes in here, a baby comes in here and press the gas, the car's not going to be like, oh no, you're not a licensed driver, I'm not going anywhere because it's not safe. The car's going to go. That's the same way the body works. The signals that you're sending from your brain to your body's just going to react. It doesn't literally know if you're in danger or not. Okay. So if your body is consistently in a stress response, then your brain, right? Your brain is dictating that. And then there's this whole disconnect over here. So if you are consistently in that state and then you go work out, your body is going to misinterpret that. Okay. So this is why holistic work is so important, because it's not only the food, it's not only the workout, it's not only mindset work, it's not everything individualized. It's everything together. And obviously working on everything at one time can be very stressful and overwhelming. So this is why we pick a starting point and start working on it little by little by little, so that you can start getting results that you want. So I started off this conversation about talking about how important it is to match your nutrition to how you're working out. But essentially, other things that really do matter is how stressed you are, how you're managing your stress, how you're coping with that, because of this divide between mind and body. I just started with a new client recently, and obviously, one of her goals is weight loss and a lot of other things. But in our first conversation, I was like, oh, no. We need to start with some mindset work over here, because you cannot grow new seeds and new habits in a polluted environment, and polluted meaning like brain rise. You can't keep moving forward. So although we can start on food, although we can start on like how you're working out, although we can start with supplements, like all these other things, the core and the main thing is seeing what's going on over here and like doing a little sweeping, doing a little mopping, and getting this part in a good state, so then your body is able to respond appropriately to the other hard work things that you're doing, like eating, changing your eating habits, like doing your workouts, all of that. I don't want your hard efforts to go to waste, because that is so discouraging. It is so discouraging to work so hard and then not see the results, or it taking forever, just because you're missing these little pieces of knowledge. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, you're missing these little pieces. And once you start to become aware of that, it's like, oh, I need to connect these things. Oh my gosh, my body is making my body feel really unsafe right now. It doesn't know what's going on. How can I create safety? Even if my circumstance is the same, even if you still are stressed out about work, if your kids are tantruming, if there's family drama going on, how can you still create safety in the body so that it knows that yes, this is going on, but you're safe. You're literally not in danger, right? Because it's important to the overall overarching picture that you want. So fuel appropriately, make sure that you're getting accurate amounts of protein. If you're doing a pre-workout, like, see if you can do it with real food. I know a lot of those powders, like most of it is caffeine. Like, okay, then have some coffee. Like, that's what I did this morning, right? Give yourself some energy with a carbohydrate, like a banana or something like that. A lot of these pre-workouts have a lot of artificial flavors inside. They have artificial coloring inside. So if you're doing this first thing in the morning because you're working out in the morning, you're already polluting the environment that you are trying to heal and reverse and all of that. So the same thing with protein shakes afterwards. Make sure that you're having a clean protein shake, not something with artificial flavors and artificial coloring and GMO products and carrageenan and all these things, because you don't want to take like 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back because of how you're nourishing your body. It is the one thing that you consistently do on a daily basis. Maybe you don't work out every day. Maybe you don't meditate every day. It's not mandatory, right? But what is something that's mandatory multiple times a day, every single day? Food. Okay, so you can control a lot through that just by learning. Don't beat yourself up about it. is literally just lack of knowledge. That's all it is. So if you really want to know, you just start to learn about it. And that's all. And then you start to make small changes. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. I know these are definitely things that I had no clue about just 6 years ago. And learning about these things have completely changed my life. Completely. I never would have thought I would be here almost like pushing 40, like my friend says. I was like, pushing 40? I might be 37 next month. And he's always talking about pushing 40. And after 2 kids, like it's just mind blowing, right? So it's like the desire, your why, like, do you really like to feel this way? And I just want you to know that it's possible. Because sometimes we just don't think it is. So we don't even want to try because we don't want to be disappointed or let down or anything like that down the line. But I can tell you from personal experience, I was born in DR. I came here when I was 2. I grew up in the South Bronx. I went to school in Massachusetts. Like, I worked through 3 or 4 corporate companies. I have 2 kids. I have long commutes. Like, I'm a regular person. Immigrant, background. First daughter of immigrant. Like, how fucking hard is that? It's possible. Not only has it been possible for me, but if you want proof of more people, I can go ahead and provide that for you too. So I want you to feel seen and to know that although I'm not going to say is a rainbows and butterflies and flowers journey, which it can be at one point, that is going to be like that all the time, but don't lose hope. And you can do it too. I'm a freaking regular person from the South Bronx. Okay. And all that has changed with me is knowledge and implementation. That's about it. And I'm happy to continue sharing that knowledge with you, so that you can have it too. It is my mission and my goal to keep sharing this so that you know as well, so that our community can keep growing and expanding and create these generational health in the masses, right? We don't need to be in the leading boards of diabetes and heart disease and obesity and none of that. Okay? If you want to work with me, feel free to book a consultation with the link in my bio. I have, as of right now, 4 spots left. You will get 24 one-on-one calls with me. You will get access to group coaching with the rest of the ladies that are in my program. You will have access to the recordings, not only of your one-on-one calls, but of our group coaching calls too. And all the past trainings I've done. I also have the 6 classes of cooking that I'll be doing. And you still have time to join into that, okay? And I cannot wait to see you there. Don't lose hope. If this is all you needed to be like, oh my gosh, it's possible. She's like in a similar situation than me. All the ladies in my group program, or not in my group program, sorry, in my one-on-one program, who we do have now group calls, they're all the same as you too. They have goals that they want to reach. They are tired of just counting and like trying to figure out a way. Like, when you join my program, my goal for you, is that you get to live your life in peace. From the trying to lose weight, from the trying to figure out what program you're going to join next, from all of this, not only to get what you came for and to see results, but also to like freaking start to live your life in peace. Like, how much more do you want to change? Like, learn a way to live in rooted in wellness so that every single second of the day, of the week, of the month, you're not obsessed about, oh my gosh, what am I eating? Oh my gosh, what's going to be the weight on the scale? Oh my gosh, I didn't work out today. Like, there is a possibility to live in peace. Okay. But it's really hard to do that when we're just trying things here and there and we don't really know what we're looking for or how to do it or what is the results that you want or what does this mean, and it freaks you out. Okay. So that is my wish for you, and to know that you can do it too. And just because you're in your 30s, mid 30s, 40s, mid 40s doesn't mean squat. Okay? You're still alive. You're still here. Thank God you're still able-bodied, so you can do it. That's all you need. That's all you need to be alive. That is all you need. And you're right here. Okay? If you're watching this, you're alive and you can do it. All right. I love you all. I hope you have a great weekend. If you're watching the replay, I hope you're having an amazing day. Again, my name is Naomi, food and health coach. If you want to work one-on-one on your food and health in a totally different way that will blow your freaking mind, go ahead and book a consultation call with the link in my bio. Mwah! If you have any questions, drop it below or DM me. Love y'all.